But instead of the old today on the Jason Show, we're going to do little bits every day. I will always say, roll the open. Just roll the open. That's how it will always end.
That's your cue.
That's your cue. Couldn't be easier.
Roll the open.
Not much to explain to you, but it will always say, just roll the open.
It's like a funny 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I think I'm having a hot flash.
So, Leo, what is your cue?
You can't have a hot flash and be pregnant.
Go
now.
I've gained 50% more blood.
Roll the open.
Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. You're a tiger.
Give it up for Debbie Gibson, everyone.
We do it our own way.
Yes! I'm gonna start crying and laughing so hard.
I did not do that.
Melissa.
We are live. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Or whenever you're watching this in the future. Hi. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Thank you for being here. Happy Monday. Please keep that love going. Say hello to my sidekick sister, the one and only Kendall Mark.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
How you doing, friend?
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. How was your weekend?
It was good. Got to see my mama. Got to do
right.
some things. How about you?
It was good. It was, yeah, well, I want to pause, though, and say, again, happy first Mother's Day to you. Yeah.
Thanks.
I think it's official.
I didn't really know either, and then my family all got me very little, just kind of little cute baby things. So I was like, oh, thanks.
And your baby, because we're keeping track.
Yes.
The staff is your big brothers, because Kendall's surrounded by big brothers on the show, other than Addie. The baby is the size of what this week?
A coconut.
A coconut. That's right.
Coconut.
That's right. And I've been doing little experiments with Kendall. That sounded bad. But anyway, I've been doing little...
Okay.
But I want the baby to be very smart and like the things that I like. So I keep putting my phone up to her belly.
Yes.
So today we played, what song did we play today?
Wheel of Fortune.
We played the Wheel of Fortune theme song. And then I put Stephen Hawking's up there. You know what I mean? I just talking a little bit. Thanks to a viewer who said that she did that for her baby, and then the kid ended up to be very smart.
Yes.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
So there we go.
Fetus.
So yeah. That's right. Seriously.
Listen up.
No, my weekend was great. It was actually really, really, really great. Obviously, I got to see the Dar. I got to see my mom. Took her out for Mother's Day. But then the rest of the weekend, and I know that I joke about it, but I really do. I love the Twinnies. I do love baseball. I grew up in Chicagoland. So this was a fun weekend because here in the Twin Cities, the Cubs were in town, and it's a rare. So here I am. I had several wardrobe changes because I went to most of the games this weekend. Friday, Saturday. We didn't go yesterday. So here I am. I had dual citizenship because
I see that.
As you can see, I wore my Cubby shirt and then a Twins hat. And then the next day, I wore a Twins shirt and a Cubbies hat. My fear was, Colin said, oh my God, if we get on like dance cam or we get on the Jumbotron and I'm wearing a Cubs shirt, they're gonna boo me out of the stadium. So I kept praying that I would not pop up on the Jumbotron but I had to co-represent. Because I love the Cubbies growing up. My papa and my grandma, Betty and Earl of Betty and Earl's Biscuits, they loved the Cubbies. They loved Harry Carey. And I have video of my 13th birthday party. And I couldn't find my papa and my grandma. And I'm like, Mom, are they here? And she goes, yeah. And I went, well, where are they? They locked themselves in our room to watch the Cubs. So my grandparents escaped my birthday party to watch the Cubbies. So yeah,
I get it.
I don't blame them.
I get it.
But it was great. The Twins did great. They won yesterday. They won Saturday. It was huge. We had so many home runs on Saturday. They ran out of fireworks.
It's true.
I'm not joking. They ran out of, they shoot fireworks. They ran out of fireworks.
fun games.
Yeah.
Do you say that song, Take Me Out to the Ball Game? Do you say root for the Cubbies? Because my husband says that instead of the home team.
Yes, I do, but I keep it under my breath. I just, yeah.
Jordan shouts.
But then I sing, I do both songs, yeah. I put a lot of effort into it. And again, I want to say, former twin, former Cubby, the great Ron Coomer. I was lucky enough to spend the...
Okay, Jason, what are you holding right now?
Oh, this is, a very nice lady sent me a Beavis and Butthead pencils.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hate to interrupt, but...
There they are right there. Anyway, but thanks to Ron Coomer and Paula, Ron was a great, and now he's the voice of the voice of the Cubbies. Mm-hmm. He's such a good guy, and got to spend some time with them on Saturday. It was just great. I love our stadium. I love our Target Field so much. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it,
everybody. Put them away.
Let's get started.
Oh gosh.
Move over, Ellen. The Kelly Clarkson Show is now getting criticized for being a toxic workplace. Yeah. Somewhere Ellen's like, In an article, a bombshell article by Rolling Stone, 1 current and 10 former employees of the show say they were often bullied and intimidated by other producers. One ex-worker called it the worst experience of her life. They also said they were grossly underpaid and had to get second jobs as dog walkers and Uber Eats drivers. But all those people said, and this is important because they didn't say this about Ellen, all of these people said that they don't believe Kelly was aware of this, and a lot of them said Kelly is as delightful as you think she is. Well, Kelly responded on Instagram, as you can imagine. Here's her post. She called the allegations unacceptable, and she says in order to create a more welcoming environment, senior staff and her will undergo leadership training to ensure any notion of toxicity is eradicated. And I don't want to go on and on and on about this, but a couple things. First, I was around in Chicagoland. There's 2 examples that I want to kind of demonstrate to show that I believe Kelly. I believe that even though her name is on the show, things can happen around you. It's such a large staff that, yes, the buck stops with her, but that has an asterisk by it because famously in 93, 94, Oprah had an executive producer named Deborah DeMeo, who was the one that pulled Oprah from Baltimore. And Debbie was the producer of that show for many, many years. But in 94, and you can look at this on TV Guide, you can put in Oprah 94 TV Guide. Famously, every producer in Harpo walked up to Oprah's office at the conclusion of that season with a folder. And in that folder was every resignation of every producer.
Oh, snap.
And they said to Oprah, either Debbie, the legend, goes, that either Debbie goes or we all go. Now, this is it's not urban legend. I mean, it's kind of detailed in the TV Guide. In Oprah, the next season, Debbie was gone, never heard from her again, and they brought in a new EP, And when we've had experiences, not with anybody that's currently working on our show or managing, but Jeff and I, we've talked about it. We've had experiences like this where I don't like the overuse of the word bullying, but I worked for somebody that literally made me cry, made a producer cry, and I'm sensitive, but I mean just awful. So I believe this is what I'm trying to say.
Right. I think anyone in any work environment can say that they've probably experienced something where maybe your direct boss or someone who has management over you is a terrible person, and the head honcho has zero idea to act like a totally different person around them.
Yes.
So we get it.
Yeah. I hope they pay those people well because the producers, we're the faces, but the people that work the hardest are the people that put the show together. I mean, so I hope they pay them well, yeah. Even executive producer Jeff, even him, that's right, yeah. Oh, nice forehead shot, Jeff, nice forehead.
Weren't ready for the Leo
Jeff, I know
cam?
you're not used to it, but that was called a compliment from me. That's right, yeah. He's so not used to that. Next on the dish, Taylor Swift is making headlines this morning after she told a security guard to back off a fan mid-song. Look at this. Wow. She was mad. I mean, Aaron, that's never happened here, Aaron, has it? Never. We've never, I mean, once it happened. Many seasons ago, we had to pull Aaron out, but that's it. It was Phil. Oh, it was Phil. We had to pull Phil out, yeah. This happened on, this is Saturday, Philadelphia. The video was posted on TikTok, and by the way, that security guard was removed. Was removed, and it looked like it was warranted. You know, that's one of the 80,000, look, you can poke fun at her, and she may not be your cup of cappuccino, but that's, right there is an example of why her fans are so dedicated to her, because of stuff like that, you know? Really, truly. Yeah.
Well, the internet, because it's the internet, so they find everything, did a deep dive into this because you can't see what actually happened in the altercation from that video. And so people have figured it out. And one of the people who allegedly was involved in this said, hey, this security guard just had it out for us. We were just dancing and having fun at the Taylor show. And when we'd like touch the guardrail, he'd get really upset and get in their faces. And so Taylor, that's, I guess, what she saw and was like, this is so overreactive. Yeah,
you're at a 10. We need you at like a 7.2.
Down.
Yeah. We'll be right back. Stay with us, everyone. More Hot Dish and a magician after this. And we're back. Hey, Kendall, we're back.
Hi.
The commercial's over.
Okay.
The Jonas Brothers were on with Andy Cohen last night, and Andy asked the three, remember when they did like the little purity bracelets and stuff and the abstinence pledge? Aaron, that's our late night rewind.
The purity rings were a bad idea. 1, 2, agree or disagree? You all agree? Wow. Why were they a bad idea?
Well, in theory, they're not a bad idea.
Yes.
Right? Of course. Pretty good. But you should know what you're signing up for before you sign up for that.
When you're 12 versus when you're like 16 is a very big difference.
Yeah. And then just remind me, how did you declare that you were done with the purity ring?
It just sort of happened.
I bet it did.
Do declare.
I bet it just kind of happened. Yeah. I bet it did.
Happens.
Yeah, it does kind of just happen. That's right, yeah. That's right. Eric, you wore a purity ring for a while? You did? Okay, I was just checking, yeah.
I'm not surprised.
I think he's actually still wearing it, yeah. It's time for a special serving of Hot Dish all the way from Hollywood. Audience, give it up for Brad from TMZ.
Good morning, guys. Hey, Jason.
Hi, buddy. Hey, first off, I talked about this on my radio show, too. You guys have another primetime special. Tell the folks about that. Let's start there.
We do. It's on tonight at 8 o'clock for your viewers there. It's about Britney Spears' kind of life after the conservatorship. Of course, everyone kind of knew the story leading up to the conservatorship, but now that she doesn't have these safeguards, if you will, in place, Jason, I mean, at times, her life, it's very, very solitary and very grim. I mean, we know that there have been some issues within her marriage with her and Sam Asghari. We spoke to some people very close to the two of them who said a lot of the time he doesn't even live at the house anymore. And not only that, they've had these explosive fights that at times we're told Britney has gotten physical and her security has had to step in. Oh. Now, that's only one avenue that we explore in this thing. Of course, she doesn't get the attention from doctors that she had during the conservatorship. And one thing that's really clear about mental illness is it never really goes away. You know, there's different ways to treat it and to monitor it and to make sure people are okay. But this is something that she continues to deal with.
Absolutely. That's tonight. Check your local listings if you're watching us on our other cities. Next, Kim Zolciak from Housewives of Atlanta, Croy. They're splitting up, but they're shooting back at allegations about people are saying they had an open marriage.
Yeah, I mean, this divorce, I think, is going to get pretty nasty and explosive just from what we've seen in these docs with child custody, and they've had financial issues and everything like that. But one thing that we're being assured of, at least at this point, is any rumors online about cheating or the fact that they may have had an open marriage just aren't true. I mean, they clearly had their issues, and that's why this divorce is headed this way. But that is one thing that we're told just absolutely didn't happen.
No purity ring there. Anyway,
no purity ring there.
Nope.
4 kids.
Nope. Finally, Netflix wants to cash in on Love is Blind because everyone loves that show. They have merch now?
I mean, this is, I know, there's going to be a lot of fans of this. I think it's genius. They have trademarked for Love is Wine. And this is for baked goods. This is for, I mean, just about anything you think live, laugh, love. This is that on steroids because they are trying to do this trademark for dish towels and baking goods and just note cards. I mean, anything you can put Love is Wine on it, Netflix wants to do it. So that's why they've applied for this trademark.
You know what? Get it any way you can.
It works. Yeah. It works. Hats off to the legal team.
Have a good weekend, my friend. Thank you.
Thanks, Jason.
More of these stories, TMZ.com. By the way, we have merch news a little bit later in our show. That's right. I'm just going to say, I mean, that's why I can't make fun of Love is Blind. I mean, you know, we're selling everything up in here. I mean, just telling you, if we can slap a logo on it, we'll sell it. That's right. Yeah. I told them they could put stickers on my car. I don't care. Yeah. Next up, this is great. Martha Stewart is she's breaking news this morning. The big reveal happened on the Today Show. What's Martha up to? Look at this.
Okay, we can't wait any longer, and neither can Martha. Ladies and gentlemen, you ready?
I'm ready. Hit it.
Introducing this year's Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover model, Martha Stewart.
Oh, wait, what?
Seeing it for the very first time. Martha, what do you think?
I like that picture.
Yes.
I would think so.
What? That's a good thing, man. That's what making your own croutons gets you. Yeah.
Hey.
That is real. She is. Again. Like not hating the hustle.
No.
You got to give it up to Martha.
Right?
I mean.
She went to jail.
She doesn't care. She looks beautiful.
She looks good.
She embraces her thirst trap. She takes a picture in her pool every other day.
Yeah.
And then her hair, and bravo to Sports Illustrated because, again, it's shocking, but women don't go away after 40. It's shocking. They don't wither away.
She's 81.
She's what?
She's 81.
81.
Like, she looks amazing.
I mean, we don't look that. I'm 48 and I don't look that good. I mean, seriously, yeah. So Martha's gonna join 3 others, including Megan Fox.
Oh, and Kim Petras.
Who?
Kim Petras.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
I don't think she's the first transgender model to be on Sports Illustrated, but it's still a huge moment.
Yes.
I think that's really cool.
81 and on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Hey.
That is amazing.
Cool.
That is my favorite. Okay, another thing. Come back to the TV. I woke up.
You're on Sports Illustrated too?
I'm on Sports Illustrated too.
Take the photo, Leo.
Oh God, never. But. No, I woke up, when I wake up, I press the snooze like all of you do, and then I scan the internet for a little while. This was the first thing I watched this morning, and I love this. It was Disney night on American Idol last night over there on ABC, and Halle Bailey, who plays Ariel in the live-action Little Mermaid, sang Part of Your World at Disneyland. The production of this and her, both amazing. Look at this.
I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down what's that word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be
I'm telling you. It's going to make $1 bazillion. The Little Mermaid hits theaters on May 26th. I'm not kidding. It's out of all the Disney live action, I think this, because this is going to resonate with so many people. And Lord knows I know a thing or two about Disney. Little Mermaid, when I used to work at Suncoast Motion Picture Company, you know, Disney used to release their films on VHS and then pull them away. They were only available for a limited time, and about every 7 years, so it was a big deal. Little Mermaid was consistently the most requested movie from Disney of that era, and still one of the most popular by far. Still.
Well, it makes sense. You ask little girls, I mean, all the time, who's your favorite princess? And a lot of them name Ariel, and that came out in the 90s, you know?
Hell, I wanted to be Ariel.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wanted fins, you know?
Who didn't?
Have a little talking crab. I mean, you know.
Have a little pitchchork thing.
That's fantastic, yeah.
Wow.
Have a dab that's a fish. That's fantastic.
So cool.
Do you guys know, let me tell you, let me drop a little fun fact on you. There's, in most of the Disney movies, from like Little Mermaid through Pocahontas, there's a hidden Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto hidden somewhere in the movie. And in The Little Mermaid, I believe it's just Mickey, but when King Triton comes in at the beginning to introduce the sisters, Mickey is sitting in the stands clapping. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And then in Lion King, the legend is that Mickey's riding a wildebeest. Yeah, so, yeah. Again, I had to learn all this when I worked at the Disney store. And
Wait,
just saying,
how long did you work there?
What?
How long did you work there?
Let's not talk about that. I was fired, remember, for not being perky enough.
Oh, that's right.
That's right, yeah. True story. True story. I have my training book back there, and that's not a joke. Next in the dish, mother-daughter duo Diane Ladd and Laura Dern were on CBS Sunday morning, and they talked about being both single working mothers. This was such a great profile. Look at this.
How to pay the rent, how to get my daughter what she needs. And worse, because you got to go out for an interview and you got to hold your head up. You better not have a rip in that stocking. You better have those shoes not run down. You've got to put on an image.
And though Dern felt lucky she was cared for by her grandmother, Ladd's mom, she still grieved when her mother was on location.
And I knew she loved me, but the loneliness was real. One of the hardest things for me as a working mother in the same profession when I became a parent was that I held guilt that I still don't know what's my children's loneliness or my own.
It was, seriously, friends, go watch it. CBS Sunday mornings, they're so good. They always put the full stories right on YouTube quickly.
Yeah.
They don't make you sit through a whole bunch of stuff. And this was fascinating. You know, Diane revealed that she really didn't want her daughter to be an actress.
No.
She really, really didn't. I love Diane Ladd. I loved her from Alice, the movie, and then she ended up on the show. And then obviously Laura Dern's one of my all-time favorites. I mean, she's so good.
It was a really cool interview. Just
Yeah.
seeing how they interact together still to this day, too.
That's 87, by the way. Right. That's 87, yeah. The duo, by the way, have a joint memoir in bookstores right now. Okay, we're going to take a break. We have such a good show. We have magic. We have mailbag. And that's right, we're going to saw Ted in half. It's going to be great. We are. It's going to happen right here. And we're going to hopefully put them back together again. I don't know. We'll be right back. Stay with us, everybody. Coming up, there's some magic this morning. Kristoff the Magician is back live in our studio. Then, we're heading into the studio audience to play a show favorite. It's Leo, open up the Jason Show mailbag. And speaking of you, our audience, we're going to find out what you have to say about the show this week because, yep, we're opening the mailbag. That and more when we come back. Welcome back. Thanks for being here, everybody. So our next guest, our first guest, left his lucrative career as a lawyer to become a magician. That's right. I think that's a book right there. He's back in the Twin Cities performing next month at the Hopkins Center for the Arts. Give it up for Kristoff the Magician, everyone. Okay. Now, before we get... Kristoff has been on the show many times. I don't think I've ever asked you this, especially now post-pandemic, there are a lot of people that are taking a leap, going, you know what? I'm sitting in this cubicle. I don't want to sit in this cubicle. I want to raise alpaca. And then they like jump, you know what I mean? Was it scary? Did you think, was there any moment when you left lawyering where you thought, holy crap, what have I done?
Well, I left lawyering about 8 months before the world shut down. So, yeah, when you move into live entertainment and then find out there is no live entertainment for a couple of years.
Didn't even think about that.
Yeah, the timing could have been better. So much for me being a mentalist.
Yeah, It's okay. Anyway, I'm not going to say. Okay, what are we doing today?
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about history, Jason.
Okay.
I trust you have seen a Rubik's Cube before.
I am a child of the 80s. Could never solve one, but I've seen it.
Oh, so you, even with all that time in the Disney store, you were never able to...
Yeah, I know. I had to memorize how to pronounce the dwarfs correctly. Yeah.
Well, a little bit of history about this. So this was invented by a Hungarian architect in 1974. His name was Erno Rubik, right? And it was originally called the Magic Cube.
Okay.
He was not setting out to create a puzzle. He was actually creating a device that he could use to try and solve an engineering problem for his architectural purposes involving moving parts. And this was the device that he came up with to work in that regard. Now, a little known fact is that Erno could not solve a cube himself, right? And
he invented it, but he couldn't run the thing.
That's right. He spun the sides, shuffling it once, and couldn't put it back the way it was solved. I'd like you to take it, please.
Okay.
Right? And I just want you to scramble it up a little bit. Okay, shuffle it. Yeah, exactly. That's nicely done. That's nicely done.
I was really afraid you were going to try to ask me to try to solve it.
And then in 1981, the name of it was changed from the Magic Cube to Rubik's Cube. Somebody sold millions of them and made $1 gazillion. But you really can't blame the guy for not, or you for not being able to solve it, because there are 43 quintillion possible patterns for a Rubik's Cube. That is a 43 followed by 18 zeros, right?
Yeah.
Now, why do I tell you that? Number one, I like showing off that I know what quintillion means. But number two, because I want it to be apparent that I could not have anticipated the precise pattern in which you would leave this cube after you were done shuffling.
And we have not spoken before this. No, the audience watches. I didn't even touch the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But tell me this, were you in any way with this cube trying to match its sides to the one under the glass?
No.
Okay, so if, for example, any of these do happen to match, that would just be some magical coincidence. Fair?
It would be magic.
All right, well, let's take a look. That doesn't match.
No, it does
That's
not.
okay, that's okay. Let's keep going. Nope.
No.
Nope. Nope. Oh, wait a minute. Ah. Can you guys see that, huh? He got one side to match. Let's go to the second one. That's two sides, man. He got two sides, a perfect match. Let's try for a third. Oh, look at that. He's got three sides, a perfect match, and finally, all four sides, a perfect match. Huh? Oh, but wait. Let's try the bottoms. All right, the bottoms, also a perfect match. And the tops, also a perfect match. All six sides, a perfect match. We're going to call him Jason Rubik from now on. Right?
Okay.
That was phenomenal. But, you know,
Do you have a third hand? I mean,
as I may not have pointed out, I have never been able to solve one of these myself.
Yeah.
But every performance, particularly with all the energy coming here out of your audience, I thought I would take one more stab at it, all right? But I don't want to take up too much time. So would you open up your phone, please, and go to the stopwatch function? If I can't knock it out in 2 minutes, just give me the hook and I'll...
That's perfect, because we have to take a break in about 2 minutes. It's perfect. I love that you know how to time television, too. Yeah, okay.
So here we go, all right? Just tell me when to start.
Okay.
You say go.
Ready?
Yeah, go.
Go.
All right. Wait a minute. You know, sometimes I overthink it.
Yeah.
Let me try a different technique.
Okay.
Not so much thought.
Okay.
Stop time. Now, Jason, would you please take the cube and make sure that it is still that normal cube and that it is truly solved?
Well, I messed it up, but yeah, it is true. There we go. Yeah, it is. There's nothing. No, it's a normal cube.
Excellent. And how much time did it take?
It took 18.1 seconds.
All right, so not a world record, but not bad for a broken down old lawyer.
Oh my goodness! Holy crap! 18 seconds. I couldn't do it in 18 years. You know what I mean? Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. Give it up for Kristoff, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
So, details on this next show. Go to KristoffTheMagician.com, and if you missed any of this, you want to watch to see, we're going to post this on social a little bit later. Just search for Jason Show TV on all the socials. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Thanks, Jason. Okay. Here we go. Welcome back to the show. Don't forget, you can be like these folks here if you want tickets to our show. We have a good time. Birthdays, groups. Is it your watch? Now, just tell me it's a reminder to record our show. Is that what that was? I love you. I love when that happens. I do. That's why I love live TV. Anyway, as I was saying, if you want to come see our show, go to eventbrite.com and search for The Jason Show, and it can be like these folks. These folks are in our studio audience. I always love going into the audience, getting to know them a little bit better. To do it today, though, we thought, because there's only a couple months before the State Fair, so we wanted to bust out a Jason Show State Fair favor this morning. We're going to play Let's Make a Deal. So, yeah. So anybody who has an object on this list will earn a prize, and that prize is merchandise from our Fox store. Yeah. Now, the merchandise may be for shows that are on the air or canceled. We don't know. So here we go. Okay, let's see. Who has, let me turn this way, a retractable pen? Retractable pen. Anybody? You have one right up there. Right up there. Raise your hand right up there. Go ahead and throw it. Yeah, throw it to me. There we go. Hands up. There we go. Okay. What show is it from? Let me tell you if it's still on the air. The Big what? The Big Leap? Nope, canceled. Okay, here we go. Was it canceled? I don't know. Yeah, I think it went off a couple years ago. But the sweatshirt's lovely. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Leo, take the shot. Scissors. The security guard probably took those from you. Yeah. Anybody? Scissors? Okay. Aaron, you got scissors up in there? Okay, what? Okay, here we go. Leo, take the shot. Here we go. And if you guys have this, I really love you. Does anybody have a utensil? How damn quickly did you pull that from your purse? Does she have a whole cutlery set in there? Okay. You get a hat from the show Monarch from Fox. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Fingernail clipper. Oh, right there. Right there. These are my friends here. Take a good, keep the shot. Yeah. This row. I love this. This row, these are high school friends. They've been friends for decades. I love that. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, here we go. Does anybody have a second pair of shoes? No? How about you, fork woman? No? Okay, no. What?
Look at his bag.
That is the best bag ever. It's like a little IKEA bag. Okay. Okay. Give him a prize just for having that. I mean, seriously. He just gets that. To let whatever he picks. Hell, Aaron, go in the office. Give him my car. That's the best. Okay, here we go. How many more, Jeff, should we do? How many more? One more? Two more? Here we go. Anybody have a banana? A banana. Hey, don't laugh. We've had worse things. No, okay. Let's move on. A stain remover pen. Like a Tide stick. Okay. Tic Tacs or a breath mint? Oh, you do up there? Right there. Her breath is very, very fresh. There we go. Throw that up there. Up there. One more. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the last one because this is funny. Does anybody have a flask? By the way, employees don't count. Nobody? Okay, then the last one, then a food wrapper. You, okay, yeah. Oh my God, there's something happening on this side with a fork and nobody? You have one right there. She has a food wrapper. There we go. Again, if you want to be in our audience, just go to eventbrite.com and search for The Jason Show. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. So good. Welcome back. We're going to open up the mailbag in just a second. Okay, we got to tell you, I didn't realize what had happened until Aaron Schwab pointed out, playing Let's Make a Deal. When I asked for the pair, if anyone had a second pair of shoes, my buddy Sammy there in the front row with his itty bitty little IKEA bag, after I said, no, Sammy, now do me a favor. Let's react it out, okay? This is what Sammy did. I said, okay, here's the next item. Does anybody have a second pair of shoes? I gotta tell you, I think in 8 years that was the best moment ever. I got 8 seasons, that's the best. Oh, Sammy, can we get him a job here?
So sincere. So sincere.
Sammy CHR, yeah. Oh my God, I love him. We gotta get him a job here. It's Monday, and every Monday
Maybe a pair of shoes.
Oh God, every Monday on the show we respond to your comments, your questions and critiques. Oh, damn it, just roll the open, Leo. It's, yeah, there we go. Okay. First up, many of you sent messages about foodie queen Stephanie Hansen's revelation on Friday's show that she's never been to a Costco and she's never been to like a Dollar General. So Janine wrote to us and said, you guys should do a segment with Stephanie taking her to Costco and Dollar General. Yeah. And Joni says, hey, I used to work at Costco. I want to go with you and Stephanie when you go there. We are, believe me, we are absolutely going to take Stephanie to Dollar General and we're going to take her to Costco. I mean, it's, yeah.
Help us with the waivers.
Yeah,
Joni,
exactly.
Help us.
There's a Dollar General in Princeton by the cabin. I know, no, I'm just saying. And they have you name an item, they have it at the Dollar Generals. Next up, we always say the Jason Show is the official show of anyone on medical leave or maternity leave. I'm not kidding. When people come up to me, I get that a lot. Melissa sent us this picture and says, just rehabbing from we don't have, okay. I'll just read it though. Just rehabbing from a full knee replacement, watching my favorite show, yours, enjoying coffee out of my favorite mug, our mug. So thank you very much, yeah. Have a little graphic problem there. I'm not kidding. You get told that. People come up to me. Oh, I was on this type of leave. Yeah. That's when I discovered you.
Or like my wife did this, and then hey, I like your show too.
Yeah. Well, because daytime, a lot of people work. Even so it's hard to watch us sometimes. Shannon is up next. Hi, Shannon. She said she had something to say about me checking out the Top the Tater van on our cold open last week. Now, if you're familiar, Top the Tater is a sour cream based chip dip that I'm obsessed with, I would put that on everything, yeah. So, if they want to buy a commercial on our show, that'd be lovely too. So, Shannon says, I truly appreciated the Top the Tater cold open. My daughter lives in Maryland and I'm required to bring 2 to 3 family-sized tubs when I go visit. On my most recent visit, I was tater shamed as I waited to pick it up until I got to the Holiday gas station by the airport. and they were completely out. Oh,
Sad
I
day.
know. A friend of mine, Jen, introduced it to me, and obsessed ever since. Like, and I just like the traditional flavor and the buffalo one. The buffalo
I've never
one's
had
real
that
good. Thank you, second row. Thank you.
Hey, buffalo it is.
Mary is next. Hi, Mary. She sent us this picture. Let's look at this. Mary says, my 4-year-old son brought this home from school today. I asked him if it was a picture of me, and he said, no, Mom, that's Jason. Because you love the Jason show.
Oh, you in the TV.
Oh, we did that. Oh, Leo, take 5. He drew this shot. Look at that.
That's so cute.
And that looks about like our technology there. Yeah. Amy had something to say after I talked about how annoying it was to sometimes be a server when people would order hot tea in mass. She says, thank you, Jason. Hot tea for servers is hands down the most annoying beverage. And I've been a server for 36 years. I too worked for Red Lobster for 10 years. She said, the biggest thing I dreaded there, endless shrimp. Yeah. Which by the way, is going on right now.
Go to Red Lobster.
We were going to take Dar to either pizza or Red Lobster yesterday because she loves the popcorn shrimp, but it was so busy there. And
because of the endless shrimp.
Yeah. Finally, a comment from Jam. Hi, Jam. She says, I love the show. Honestly, I feel like Jason and I would have been best of friends had we grown up together. I love the new swag shop of the show. The dog collars are awesome, but we need some cat collars as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because we do.
Oh, okay.
There we go. We have dog collars now. That's right, yeah. I know. What? Oh, hey, by the way, let me read this. If you want, we just added some stuff. That's right, we have it's a fun announcement. We just added some new items, including a limited edition Jason Show beach towel, and like I said, a dog collar. The beach towels are really nice because I'm real picky with these things. In honor of the new merch, we love saving you some money. Our vendor is giving you 15% off all of our items. To get that 15% off, just use the code. It's pretty easy, Jason15. Now, this is when checking out. Please make sure you need it all in capital. The JASON all needs to be caps. The promo code is good through May 26th. If you aim your camera at the QR code right now, it'll take you to the shop. We also have links on our Facebook and Instagram pages. So represent us on the beach, nude beach or whatever you do. It doesn't matter, yeah.
Just don't send
Oh, God.
Don't send a picture. No.
Please don't send us those photos.
No.
We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Yeah. I think you have something under that nail right there.
Yeah,
There we
thank
go.
you.
It's time for the world's shortest segment. Time to look back at some TV history. 36 years ago today, the final episode of The Late Show with Joan Rivers aired on our network and Fox. Joan was fired after just 1 year on Fox because of low ratings. Guest hosts that took over the show after Joan included Arsenio Hall, who was hired to be the permanent replacement in '87. As you probably know, Joan would go on to host her own Emmy-winning daytime talk show just a couple years later. Oh, Joan, I remember. Oh, there's Larry. There's two of my yeah, it's JR. We'll be right back. Kristen Shepard, back after this. Here, let me see. I'm going to say it again. I say it probably like 30, 40 times a season, but this show is 77,000,000% better when we have a kick-ass audience, and today is one of those days. Seriously. We love an audience that comes to play. And again, if you want to come with your work group, you want to come. We've had a lot of birthdays with sashes lately. Just go to eventbrite.com and search for The Jason Show. And who knows, Sammy may be here. I mean, you know what I mean? You can always hit this little bag. Tomorrow, Producer Ted wants to have the best lawn on the block, and he enlists the help of Dale K, the garden guy, to make it happen. You'll see the results tomorrow. But right now, that's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong.